200 years ago, a teenager on a dark, stormy vacation wrote a story that predicted our two biggest modern nightmares. While trapped indoors by endless rain, 18-year-old Mary Shelley created Frankenstein, a tale that wasn't just about a monster, but about how human pride can destroy everything. Here is the twist no one tells you. The terrible weather that inspired her, it was caused by a climate catastrophe. And the warning she wrote, it's about artificial intelligence. In 1815, a volcano called Mount Tambora erupted in Indonesia. It was the biggest eruption in 500 years, sending 100 cubic kilometers of ash into the sky. The result? 1816 became known as the year without a summer. Temperatures dropped by up to 1.3 degree Fahrenheit across the northern hemisphere. In Geneva, where Mary Shelley was vacationing, it rained endlessly. Flooding forced people from their homes. In New England, temperatures jumped from 82 degree Fahrenheit to minus 30 degree Fahrenheit in just one day. This wasn't just bad weather, it was a global climate crisis. And trapped inside with nothing to do, Mary Shelley and her friends had a contest. Who could write the scariest story? She won by creating something terrifying. Not just a monster, but the consequences of human arrogance against nature. Her book, Frankenstein, has been called the very first climate fiction, or sci-fi novel, showing how we both shape nature and remain vulnerable to its power. Victor Frankenstein isn't a villain, he is a warning. His crime isn't creating life, it's what he does after. He builds something he can't control or understand. Then he abandons it. When his creation asks, I am malicious because I am miserable. Am I not shunned and hated by all mankind? Victor runs away. The monster isn't born evil. He becomes dangerous because his creator refuses responsibility. This is the head of the story. That is, creator responsibility. Three critical warnings emerge from the story. Number one, Hubris. Victor is the modern Prometheus, stealing fire from gods. He crosses lines without asking if he should. Second is unintended consequences. He wants to create perfect life but makes something that destroys everyone he loves. And number three is nature versus nurture. The creature starts innocent and curious. Only after being rejected does he becomes violent. Shelley asks, if you create something intelligent, you are responsible for how it learns, for how it's treated. Now, let's jump to today. We are doing exactly what Victor did, but with code instead of body parts. AI developers are creating systems they don't fully understand. We are creating machines on massive amount of data, then watching them exhibit behaviors we never programmed. Sounds familiar? Like Victor's creature, AI systems are shaped by their nurturing, the data we feed them. If the data is biased or flawed, the AI becomes biased. If we reject or fear it, we create the very problems we are afraid of. The questions once Victor faced are now ours. Who's responsible when AI causes harm? Can we control what we create? If AI develops consciousness, do we owe it rights? One expert puts it perfectly. Victor Frankenstein becomes obsessed with creating life, leading to disastrous, unforeseen consequences due to his own negligence. We are watching tech companies repeat this exact pattern today. Here's why it gets scary. Shelley connected these dots 200 years ago. The climate crisis that inspired her book was natural, a volcano. But today's climate crisis, it's our own Promethean mistake. We are the Victor Frankenstein of the atmosphere, having created a monster of warming that now threatens to escape our control. And now, and now we are using AI, the same technology born from Hubris, to solve climate problems we created through Hubris. We have AI systems for optimizing oil drilling operations, for running cryptocurrency mining that consumes massive energy, to help develop new technologies that could save us or make things worse. The parallel is haunting. Victor tries to create life to overcome death, but his methods destroy life. We are trying to create intelligence to overcome climate collapse, but we are using methods that accelerate it. But Frankenstein does offer hope. In the end, Captain Robert Walton, who has been listening to Victor's story, makes a different choice. His men beg him to turn back from his dangerous expedition. Unlike Victor, Walton listens. He chooses safety over glory. He chooses responsibility over ambition. This is the lesson Shelley left us. We can still turn back. There are real examples that show we have done it before. We predicted ozone layer destructions and banned the chemicals causing it. The whole is now healing. We recognized coal's damage and built cheaper wind and solar. Now coal companies are going bankrupt while clean energy grows 20 to 30% per year. Since 1970, US air pollution dropped by two-thirds while population and energy use rose. We have the power to fix our mistakes when we choose to. From Frankenstein to AI, the warning is the same. Just because we can create something doesn't mean we should. Not without humility, responsibility, and foresight. Mary Shelley wrote her warning during a climate crisis. Today, we face climate and AI crisis simultaneously. The question isn't whether we have the genius to create. The question is whether we have the wisdom to stop, listen, and take responsibility before it's too late. Victor Frankenstein's last words were a curse on his own hands. Let's make sure our story ends differently.